Welcome back. I'm Lindsay Bregan. Tonight we're going to be making a simple, quick dinner for my kids. So we're going to do elevated Beanie Weenies tonight for the kids. We have been having a slow season at work, so it's not very busy, so I don't have a lot of extra money for food. So we're living off of like pantry staples, whatever I can get at the pantry with like the free food pantry out here, which is where they give a lot of free fruits and vegetables away. And then like certain meats. So today we got some bacon. I have found some hot dogs from Costco in the freezer. I've got an onion, a bunch of onions honestly, and then I bought a can of baked beans. So we're gonna do elevated Beanie Weenies tonight for the kids, and I've been making this a lot. So as is our new tradition, there has to be a specific side, and that side is cooked cabbage. I don't have a name for it, but it's basically like cabbage that's been cooked with bacon and onions and some paprika. It's an elevated cabbage dish, whatever. They love it. It has to go with Beanie Weenies every time. So I bought 2 heads. I'm going to start with the smallest one for tonight. I'm starting off with a preheated oven. We're at 425. I'm going to go ahead and bake the bacon. I like it better that way. I feel like it comes out crispier and it's more hands-off. Both of my recipes are using bacon grease. So the first thing I'm going to do is put the bacon in the oven. Don't mind my dirty stove. I'm still getting this place all the way cleaned up. We literally moved the last mess. Like, I got sick of that last place. I haven't posted that many videos of it, but I will post more now that I'm out of there. But I just got to the point where I was not even trying to clean it anymore. So when it was time to leave, I just packed everything, including the dirty dishes, up and brought them here. So it's been almost, we're going on month 4. So it's been 3 full months, and the place is put together. It's just not 100% organized. I've been doing Marie Kondo for probably 10 years now, and I knew when I like got into it that it was a long process, but I really didn't realize how long it is. So I would say I'm 95% there. I've gone through most of the things that do not spark joy and gotten rid of them, and then I'm also doing the last of the organizing. So I have like a lot of arts and crafts stuff because I was running a business before, so I have a lot of stuff like that that I need to go through. So I'm still working through that. So anyway, that's the long-winded explanation for why my kitchen isn't perfect. Got our pan. I'm gonna cut the bacon open. Now, I like to cut the bacon up, but I don't really have any good kitchen shears right now, so I'm just gonna go ahead and cook it long ways and then cut it once it's cooked. So the best way I found to cook bacon is it doesn't really need that much space. So you obviously have to separate it, but you can go, like, they can be right up on each other when they're baking because it will shrink down and you can always move it. So just basically put them right up on it. Okay, as you can see, they're all really close together, but it's gonna cook down, and I'm gonna check on it several times, and then we're gonna separate it, and it's gonna be really, really crispy at the end. It's been getting a lot of use. Okay, it's going in. I don't have a specific time. I'm thinking it takes about 15-20 minutes. So while that's getting going, I'm gonna go ahead and start chopping everything up so I can put everything together really, really fast when it's all done. I know this is neither here nor there, but I've been buying these Kirkland freezer bags, and this is like my exclusive bag right now. I really like them because they obviously store stuff very well, and they don't break apart in the freezer, which I've noticed all the other freezer bags do. I don't get that. But also because it's really sturdy and you can use it when, like, I'm going to use it for all my scraps when I'm cutting. So yeah, I don't have a compost pile. I'm not that far into it yet, but all the scraps are going to go in here. Okay, so I figured just about everyone knows how to cut an onion, and if you don't, you basically cut it in half, cut the two top parts off, and then slice it down how you want it. So I went real small because I'm kind of still in that habit because my kids didn't like big chunks when they were younger. And then one thing I think might be cool, I also feel like in the day of YouTube, most people know how to do garlic as well, but this is something I didn't know until I was probably 25, and it was taught to me by a random guy I used to work with. I forget his name, but he's some gay guy, Mexican, but obviously I didn't grow up using a lot of garlic, but he did, and so he taught me. I don't know about this clove though, honestly. Let's see what we got going on here. It smells strong, so I don't think we're gonna need too much. Let's see if I can do anything better than that. Okay, we got 3 big ones, and as old as this garlic is, I think that's gonna be enough. one might not even. Oh yeah. Yeah, this has been sitting in my pantry for a while, so some of it's bad. But I don't care what they say. Garlic is an natural antibiotic. It doesn't go bad in my opinion. It just gets more pungent. Okay, glasses back on so I can see what I'm doing. Okay, so this is what he taught me, which I thought was cool, is that you just smash the whole damn thing. So I used to like literally sit there and try to peel it. And he told me once before, but I don't know. I feel like coming up in the Hawaii school system, you're kind of taught to play dumb. So I didn't really like, and also restaurant management, because you don't want your manager, like when I was younger, it was easier to just be like, oh, I didn't know. Of course I fucking knew, but I didn't know. Anyways, so, oh yeah, this is strong. Check it out. Okay, so that's how you do that, and then you just basically cut off these little end parts so that you can get the garlic from inside, and then it's all smashed up, and it's actually releasing the flavor. And then I was using the garlic press for quite a while, but now I'm just chopping it. And also, if you were here before when I was filming, and not very consistently, but I mentioned that I had a garlic and onion allergy, and it wasn't fresh garlic, but it was like I could not have that dehydrated or you know that garlic that they sell like the Spice World shit, but now I can, so I use a little bit of both. Okay. So I sliced up some garlic. It might not be enough, but it doesn't matter because I'm using that other stuff as well, remember? And then I have all these Kinder's blends I can add. We're doing elevated Beanie Weenies, so we're gonna add some stuff. Okay, we got the garlic going. Now the next thing is the cabbage, and the reason why I stayed off the time lapse is because some people don't know how to cut a cabbage either, which is cool, man. Not everybody knows everything. Like my mom didn't even cook. I didn't learn anything until I was easily. The first time I had any interest in cooking, well, I knew how to like make vegetables and stuff because I was like trying to lose weight my whole life. Makes sense, right? Because I was eating shit food. But I think I really started learning to cook after I developed a taste for Italian food, and then I was like, bro, teach me how to make this. And I think the first thing I learned how to make, honestly, after like baked potatoes and salad and stuff like that, was well, of course, spaghetti. I really like spaghetti, but I learned chicken piccata and Alfredo sauce. Like just checked on the bacon. It's not quite ready yet. It's starting to get a little bit cooked, but not anything really real. So we're gonna go on to the cabbage. By the time this bacon is out, everything's gonna be ready. So I just cut it in half. I mean, if you have any bad leaves, you can take them off, but everything here looks pretty okay to me. None of it, if it has that little black speckles, that's when I take it off. And just to be safe, you can always take off the first leaf. I mean, it could be considered wasteful, but it could also be considered smart. And I can feed this to nobody. I wish I was one of those influencers who had chickens or a compost pile, but you know what? I could feed this to the feral chickens, but I'm not gonna do that because fuck that. Okay. And in case you didn't know, Hawaii has a huge feral chicken population, and it's really irritating. So I'm just gonna cut it right around the core, because the core is kind of like in the middle. So I just cut so that there's only a little bit of core on this piece, and then same thing all the way around. I don't know if this is the way to cut it, but this is my way. Okay. See, now all I've got left is this, and I can just go like that, and everything else is off. I can cut a little bit more from here. That's the end of the core. You can throw that away or feed it to the chickens or whatever. And then just make sure this is not too, yeah, this is fine. So we got all the soft parts off, and I'm gonna move my little paper plate. Yeah, I'm using paper plates too, over, and we're gonna throw our cabbage on here. And you don't want too small. You just want a rough chop because it's gonna melt down and it's gonna be. You want it to have a little bit of firmness, but also it will be tender. My kids love this, so I have to make the whole head, or else I'll be in trouble. A lot of people are doing these cabbage boils. Like, why? What's the point? Just cut this shit up and put some spices on it. That would be the smart, fast way to do it, right? You don't need the views. You want to eat. Okay, so this is our cabbage boil deconstructed. And it looks like I'm going to need a bowl. I'm out of room on this plate, so let's get a bowl. Oh shit, don't knock over the tripod. Let's see. Okay, I'm I'm gonna have to wash them. I'll be back. Okay, I lied. We got a clean bowl. In goes our cabbage. And then, I don't know, I guess I could start seasoning it now. I want to do this as quickly as possible. I have to get up for some dumb work meeting it's at 8. I work in a restaurant. We don't even open till 11, and most of us are working until 11 p.m. Thankfully, I'm not tonight, but I'm not too happy about this. Hence why I'm making more content, because I want out. I'm not going to mention the name of the restaurant. A lot of you know if you're actually following me. It's not that bad. It's really not that bad. That's why I haven't left. It's actually the best restaurant job you could hope for in this day and age. But it's a restaurant job. Bacon is good. Not really ready there. I think I'm going to turn this up to 450 because I don't really know the temperature. I just know that this is what I do. I'm going to go ahead and pre-season my cabbage. Give it some salt. This is, you season to your heart's content. I don't season by measurement. I season with my heart. That's what people say, but that's not really how it is. I just kind of season based on the fact that I've worked in restaurants for a lot of years, too many. Okay, so this is the blend Kinders. It's salt, pepper, garlic. I love this. Remember, we're adding a bunch of other garlic, so be liberal. Add. You want garlic. Okay, I'm gonna wait to put the sherry in because if it's elevated, it has to have a little wine in it, right? I'm gonna use my Kikkoman soy sauce in the cabbage, and then I'm gonna use my tamari when I'm cooking, I think, because the tamari is a lot richer. So not too much. Still waiting on the bacon, so I'm gonna go ahead and do some dishes because this is taking a little longer than I thought. Like, yikes. The bacon looks like it's finally starting to come around, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull it and like redistribute it, and then hopefully we can start cooking. No, not quite, but almost. It's actually taking a while. I don't know why. It's still, yeah, it's not quite there. Okay, so I'm just gonna open it up a little bit, see if we can get a little more heat. But we're gonna send this back in. There's still not enough grease to really start yet, so I might just pull a few pieces in a minute. I'm gonna go do dishes for a few more minutes, and then I think I'm gonna just pull some pieces and get started. Alright, I'm getting tired of waiting, so I'm going to go ahead and pull like 4 pieces to start the Beanie Weenies, and then while that's going on, I'm going to take the most done pieces, and while that's happening, I'm going to go ahead and, yeah, see, we got grease on these. I'm going to go ahead and finish the rest of them for the cabbage, and then we should have enough at the end of this, but right now, I really don't have any grease. Okay, so I'm going to rinse this out, and then I'm going to take what grease I do have and pour it in here, so I'll be right back. Okay, that's an Instant Pot inner pot. I like that thing. It cooks very well. You can use it for all kinds of stuff. Alright, so we're going to just pour a little bit of grease in there. And we are going to be on 5. So that's pretty high, I think, for the stove. Maybe 4. But it's like medium heat, So since there is some in here, I'm just going to pour a little bit of baking. Yeah, oh yeah. Okay, that's enough for what we're doing. That's just like probably about a tablespoon, maybe max. A little bit more. It's a tablespoon. That's what I'm calling it. Okay, then the rest goes back in. It's not that hot. Hot-ish, but if you know anything about Iron Chef, I watched to watch his son. He would casually touch boiling water, and I casually touch very good bacon. Okay, just put it down. You want it to be small. cut it down. Susur Lee, that's his name. Susur Lee. I love him. He's great. He loves yoga too. I love that man. His son is so cute, Jet. But I haven't seen him on YouTube lately, so I don't know if it's because I didn't subscribe or if he's not making videos anymore. You know, once they make it big off of YouTube, they tend to do something else. Yeah, there's our oil. Now bacon's gonna go in. With all that grease. What I did not show you yet is that the rice is already ready. There's the rice already. This is my bacon that I got going, and then I'm gonna go ahead and put some onions in there. 1 handful. One more. Little more, because we don't need that much. Cabbage is pretty flavorful. And then of the garlic, I'm gonna go ahead and take a little bit more than half. So just that much. And a couple more onions, because you don't really need that much of cabbage. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and mix this. Now this is where the elevated part comes in. We got bacon, onions, garlic going. I'm gonna add just a little bit of tamari. Like literally that. Boom. That's it. Because remember, we already put shoyu on the cabbage, which is now sweating down because it also has salt, pepper, and the garlic blend on it. Okay, I'm gonna use a little bit more garlic blend. Okay, now these guys are going in. Well, first let's mix one more time because I want to deglaze real quick. Yeah, it's elevated. You deglaze. You deglaze for some hot dogs. That smells amazing so far. Now we're gonna throw the hot dogs in. I made 4. I think it might be a little bit too much, but I don't care. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go with it. 4 Kirkland hot dogs going in. Just gonna let it go. If I have to, I'll take them out. Now let this toast up and give it that. Oh, give that a few minutes. Okay, my hot dogs are going very well. They're almost there. It's about time to just add the beans and be done with it. So I'm gonna pull the bacon out. And this is my second pan. I'm gonna go ahead and do my cabbage in that. So I'm gonna move my beans back because they don't need to be on the big burner this way. So I'm moving that over here. And then we got the small one on the list right here, which is gonna be on 3. Bacon's still not done. I don't understand. Okay, so flip the bacon. Okay, flip the bacon. I'm gonna flip the bacon one more time. We're almost there with the bacon. It's taking forever, but we are almost there. Yeah, close. Very close. Okay. This is the last tap on the bacon. And we just dropped some bacon grease in the bacon oven, so that means I'm gonna have to clean that up. But this needs to get done. It's frying in here and it's taking a long time and there's still a lot of raw pieces. I don't understand why. So close that up. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and pull the bacon grease and use a little bit so I can get this going. Because we're almost done with this meal. So just same thing. Pour a little bacon grease off. Boom. And I'm gonna save, like, if you're like broke, man, you should be saving everything. So I'm gonna save the rest of this bacon grease. I'm not always broke. I am broke today. Well, this week, this month. So bacon grease is getting saved. Okay, that's going. I'm gonna put the rest of the onions and garlic inside. Mix that up. Mix, mix, mix. Stir, 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 as Susur Lee would say, since I mentioned him earlier. Now I'm gonna use the fake garlic like I said I was going to. It's actually not fake, it's just already made. So this, but I could not handle this. I can now. So we're gonna use a little in each one. Boom. Wasn't that much, maybe a teaspoon. Same in this one. A little bit less because I gotta work tomorrow early, so that I don't want to get sick. This is really good for killing parasites. That's why I take so much. Okay, that teaspoon. A little bit more. Take a little bit off. That's about a teaspoon. Now we're gonna go ahead and throw this cabbage in because the cabbage has already been seasoned and sitting for quite a while. And I'm gonna season it one more time as it cooks down. This might be a little bit small off the pan, but it will cook down. It will cook down. Okay, let that cook. Okay, Okay, while that's cooking, we're gonna finish up our beanies. So the beanies are there. They're there. We're gonna let this go a little bit longer on the hot dogs. Maybe 5 more minutes maybe. While the cabbage cooks down. The bacon is just about done. I'm gonna pull the bacon in about 2 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and open the beanies. I'm gonna taste the beanies and see if they need anything, because this is a bean that I don't always buy. But it's Bush's home style. I like Bush's. They're an elevated beanie for sure. That's pretty damn good. I like that. It's too many weenies. Should we save some weenies for later?
Just mix them and we'll save whatever.
You think that's enough? Okay, and then I have a lot of cabbage and then the bacon. Oh, the bacon's almost done. Let's see what the bacon looks like. Watch out. Watch out. Oh, yeah. Pull the bacon out, please. You don't mind if you're on my YouTube video, right? Okay. Because pull my bacon. Yeah! Love you.
It's a bit too crispy, but it looks
You
good.
think it's too crispy? Okay, turn the oven off then. That means it's going to keep cooking. I've been working on that bacon for an hour. An hour, son.
An hour to cook bacon?
Yeah, and what happened to your hair? Let's just talk about that.
Really? So you're going to call it, so I'm going to be a wrinkly old bastard?
Put that right for now because, wait, I'm almost. Here goes the can. Oh, nice. The lid phone. Now we got the lid. Okay. Now we mix. Gotta hold. It will cook down very nicely. So we're gonna go ahead and paprika. Not that one. This one. We're gonna paprika this cabbage because paprika adds a nice smoked flavor. I'm gonna add just a little bit more of this to both. That would be the Kinders. I love the Kinders. Nope. Don't go crazy. Lows less on this one. Lows less. Not really, but honestly. Okay, less is more, as they say. More is more, honestly. So I'm going to go ahead and put together everything I have. So let's start with the rice. So this should have been fluffed up. It was not. I'm going to go dig a little bit further down because the rest of it's going to be fried rice. I'm going to pull it out tomorrow and make it fried rice. So just a little bit. Just enough to get through whatever I'm eating. Beanie Weenies, you're almost there. Okay. Like I said, this is a big thing in our house. Cabbage is big. The kids love cabbage. Okay, we're good. That's it. That's dinner. Dinner's done. I'm gonna cover this up and take a shower. Let's hope the kids make the best of what they've been given, right? Okay.